Yo, how you guys doing this fine evening? I am just at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, redeemed, no cursing. Well, hey, alright, cowabunga. Speaking of no cursing, I'll do what's much worse. The worst curse word I could possibly say, which is playing DMCA'd music so that YouTube stops the monetization of this stream. Please enjoy. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie.
With yours, my lungs breathe with yours. You're a piece of me I can't hide away. Oh, I'm under your spell. I'm aching and I'm fading, and nobody can see. I'm your heart, you're a part of me. Can't believe in all this time I'm hurting for you. But you feel like home around. Love you give it lift so high. I'm dying for it. I'm dying for it. And I can't let you go. Hide away from me. Hide away from me. Hide away from me. Don't you lose. Oh, you. Hide away from me. Hide away from me. Hide away from me. Don't you lose. Oh, you.
Damn, I forgot about that one. That one was fun to edit up, I gotta say. I had fun with that one. Rotmeyer Rob. Thanks for the tier 2. 49 months. Perfect streak. Wow Jam.
Twitch Prime.
Thanks a lot. And Mirvire. Thanks for the big prime. 7 months. Impressive. Very nice. Do I have anybody else to thank? Yeah, it's a Tuesday stream, Tay Barracuda. It is a Tuesday stream because it's day 1. Every day, James Workshop is saw fit to give us a news article. And if they're going to print a news article every day, then I'm going to click on it and read it on the stream. And so I guess it's 30 days in a row or whatever of streaming. Some of the days I'm busier than others, so some of the streams will be longer than others. But by gum, I'm clicking the button. You know? Anyway, poof. How you guys doing? Blended editing, dude, it was fun. I got to be in college again, essentially, and just fuck around with the same footage over and over, and not have to worry about any sort of overhead or direction or budget or copyright. Just play for a little while. Let the kids play, you know? So that was a fun one. It's Tuesday. True, that's what it is. We got secret mod chat magic afterwards. Don't tell nobody. I just told the stream that I'm essentially too busy to stream very long, and then you come in here and you're like, hey, you just said you're too busy. But what if you, speaking of college, fuck off and do something else instead of what you're supposed to? I see how it is. Yeah, James Woke Slop comes in here with some rules for us. You never really got the Bateman hype. In the actual movie and book, he's a massive loser. At the end of the day, it's his defining feature. Yes. I can't tell you why other people like it, but to me, the irony is the funny part. He's a complete metro loser. Yeah. With like the Giga Chad outward appearance of stoicism, right? That's funny. And so putting ridiculous songs he's listening to, because even in the movie, he's listening to a ridiculous, lame, soulless pop song in that walk. It already has the contrast built into it. Like, that's the point of the original scene. And so actually, in a certain sense, putting stupid music for him to be listening to through the walk isn't an inversion of the movie. It's reinforcing it in a certain respect. Anyway, that's what I like about it. It's also on the collection of movies where you missed the point and the main character, you decided to emulate them, you know? He's in that bundle, right? The Joker, the fuck is Brad Pitt's character's name from Fight Club, right? Rorschach, stuff like that. Like, these people are disgusting psycho losers, but they're hot or whatever. And so they're idolized by young retards, essentially. But that's neither here nor there. The shit's funny. And I refuse to dumb down legitimately funny shit, even if it's satirical or ironic, because some people are below the waterline. If I started doing that, you'd never make anything ever, right? And I won't bow down to them. Anyway, good comment. Sorry for getting political. Yeah, Tyler Durgong, something like that. You miss when the Joker was funny, now he just kills people. I mean, there was a little bit of a transition. Tell you what, it's not a big deal. Skaven got 2 new battle formations that should have been in their battle tome. Better late than never, I guess. Mogwai, man. Yeah, true. We can't look a gift horse in the mouth here. Shoulda, woulda. But here's the thing. Games Workshop of 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago would have just left it like that. Sometimes for 8 years. And in this one, they're like, hey, we'll put them back in. Any progress is good progress. I'm going to read over them. I did not have time to look at them. So don't expect any insight or good commentary from me. Tyler Derp Dong. That's a good one. Were the comments on that video? Oh yeah, serious ass Russian comment section. It was great. It was wonderful. Problem is the Watchman made Rorschach look cool when in the comics, you know, he's a massive POS. Yeah. And even his crowning achievement moment of standing on his principles is not really true. And it's like a complete farce for the kid. It's like a smoke screen in a sense. That's also neither here nor there. Yeah. I don't know if it's Zack Snyder's problem or if it's Hollywood's problem or if it's the media's problem, but, you know, stuff that looks cool sells, and if you're trying to be satirical and you end up making it look cool, the most surface level passive attention people are gonna latch onto it in the wrong way. Doesn't mean don't make it though, because then you wouldn't make anything. Speaking of 40k, on the Relic Bloodlore watch streak reached. Hey, thanks for a 3 streamer. Preach. Shall we get to it? I'm just gonna hop in. The water's great. Hop into some content. I'm gonna read this for the first time. I've said that twice, which now makes me sound suspicious, but you know, truly I had no time. News. Poof. Wait, this is Moxfield. Hold up. I don't just have Moxfield up. It was just a dark website, so it wouldn't fucking blind me like that. Scourge of Ghyran, day 1. I'm here for it, and I'll be here for the rest of them. Bring on the Skaven Doom. Speaking of Skaven Doom, when's that new Doom game coming out? I might as well play that on stream if I'm going to stream every day. It for sure does not look like it plays like a Doom game. But then again, Doom Eternal didn't either. And this one looks more fun, I guess. I will try not to complain about it too much. I'm sure I'll have a great time. Gentlemen of Girth. Alright. First up in the Scourge of Ghyran are 2 new battle formations that truly epitomize the bravery of the Skaven. With the envoys of the Deepen Nar. You can pile your Vermin Lords into combat knowing full well that you can deflect damage onto your Skaven minions. Surely what they're there for anyway, right? True. Meanwhile, if you choose Gathering the Clans, you can essentially perform a mass redeploy to get your Skaven out of trouble. Or into a more tactical position if you want to sound less cowardly. We got a cool little fight scene here between Flying Chaff and Monster. Costs 100 points more than it should. There are also 3 new heroic traits to pick Gnaw on. Devious Underling. Rewards 1 hero when another of your heroes dies. It really is Dead Rat's boots when it comes to Skaven career progression. While Flesh Meddler makes a clan molder unit's weapons more chop-oly. Lastly, the Piet Tinkerer makes all your unpredictable wheel-based contraptions of mass destruction both more reliable and more destructive. Win-win. To round out this offering from the Rat God, we have 2 Scourge of Ghyran war scrolls you can swap out for those in your battle tome. The Grey Seer on Screaming Bells clearly upped his interest in campanology because the bell now alternately galvanizes your Skaven into action or disorients your foes depending on whether the battle round is odd or even. If that wasn't enough mayhem for you, to be clear, it was not. I want more. If I'm playing Skaven, I want more. Always more mayhem. Always. Where was I? It can simply rip a hole in reality, enabling Skaven reinforcements swarm out of the ground around it. Second war scroll is for the Brood Terra, which now hits a bit harder and has been gifted with a 5-up ward. Also, one of his weapons has curiously been changed to loosely attached bladed limbs, which it can use to enhance the hitting power in nearby molder units. We imagine this involves some delimbing. Wait, hold on. I have a soundboard for that onomatopoeia real quick. Because I'm not going to try to pronounce it myself. There we go. Yep, that. In parenthetical. Followed by some frantic grasping, tearing, and ripping. Skaven are truly diabolical. We got it in download format. They can't be bothered to put it into the website, right? They only had a day to work on this. I couldn't be bothered to read it for the stream, so, I mean, who am I to talk? Make sure you return tomorrow. I will. I'll be there. Front row center. With your rubber-soled bullets. The next installment in the Scourge of Ghyran series, plus your first look into the upcoming General's Handbook 25-26, which will be doling out like warpstone chips. Okay, all right. And then they got little pick tours of them here. People say tomorrow is Stormcast, I noticed, on the Discord. 2 minutes. What is this? Is this like it'll take 2 minutes to read it? It'll take longer than that to read it out loud, but I appreciate the most trepidatious website goer. Well, I don't know if I have enough time, but I hope it tells me how long it'll take to read the article. Otherwise, I ain't clicking. Anyway, that's kind of funny. I've downloaded them here. Shall we go over them? Scourge of Ghyran faction rules Skaven. Battle formations. Alright. Add the following battle formations to those in the Skaven faction rules. Okay. And then we got heroic traits as well. And then we got 2 new war scrolls. Hey, alright. And battle formations, as I always have to keep reminding myself because I've been calling them sub-factions for 9 years, are what sub-factions are now. Why are Skaven always the most supported Chaos faction? I don't know if that's true. But they are the only creative one. They're the most uniquely interesting Chaos faction. Objectively. Right? Like the hordes of rats and everything. I think it's like a uniquely hats off to GW for a good idea kind of thing. Very classic, very representative of the IP and the brand. You know, Slaves of the Darkness look cooler, sure, but yeah, I don't know if they're the most supported, but anyway, I don't have a dog in this. I don't have a dog in this horse. I like almost said it, and then I decided it was funny. Anyway, Envoys of the Deep and Gnaw. Will of the Horned Rat. Although they tower over the rest of the swarm, Vermin Lords are as craven and cunning as any Skaven. In truth, even more so. And will readily use their underlings as fodder.
Which prawn?
Cool. So we have a Vermin Lord sub-faction. I see we're sticking to the sub-factions will not be about keywords, they'll be about playstyles. I see we're continuing to make that a lie. Backside of the TV, thanks for the Prime for 11 months. Currently on a 3-month streak. 11 months, a day later. What happened? Yeah, actually, what did happen? I could have sworn that you subscribed to me literally yesterday. And it's like the 6th. Anyway, thanks for the double G. I appreciate it. Well, friendly Skaven Demon is within the combat range friendly non-hero Skaven infantry unit. That Skaven Demon has a 4-up ward. Sick. Each time you make a successful ward roll for that Skaven Demon... Oh, it's a bodyguard thing, yep. Which is fine. I mean, your clan rats, you know, D3 of them regenerate every turn. So that's not nothing. That's kind of fun. Are the Vermin Lords, like, powerhouse enough to warrant such a thing? They're already too expensive, in my opinion, and now you're kind of... priced into wanting a troop unit to follow them around. Then again, you were probably playing a few clan rats anyway, maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it. It entirely depends on how worth the Vermin Lords are and what their cost is and what you can get them to do for you. This is a fine rule. that I just think should be on the war scroll for your Vermin Lords and not necessarily a subfaction choice. But it's a fine rule and it just works. And it's thematic and flavorful and all that. So I like that part about it. Skaven aren't as popular as the internet tries to make them out to be. They were always average during the fantasy era. Yeah, I don't mean necessarily popular. I just mean, well, I meant what I said. You know, a great representation of all this other stuff. I don't think any Horde armies are ever going to be truly popular because no one wants to paint a lot of guys. It's hard to do that. Really wish they would stop printing these 4-board pass-on rules for models with 5-up naturals. Just stop. Yeah, they do have a 5-up natural, which is really just a +1 to its ward. That's not all. I mean, it what? It increases the frequency of the pass-offs by an extra 50%, which is a lot percentage-wise. But yeah, I think just print it on their war scroll. Am I going to do that a lot? Gathering of Clans, once per turn. You declared the redeploy command for a friendly Skaven unit. Backstabbing allies. Pick up to 2 other friendly Skaven units that are not in combat and are wholly within 13 of the unit using the redeploy command to be the target. Okay, pick up to 2 other that aren't in combat. Each of those are wholly within 13 of the unit using redeploy. Each target must have at least one of the following keywords: Verminous Scryer, Molder Pestilence. After that redeploy command has been resolved, each of the targets can immediately use one for free. Okay. That's good. Free command points are good. Redeploy is great. You can use it every turn, not every one of your turns. Just be moving them places. That's kind of sick. It's a pity you have to choose it instead of something else. But it's a cool effect. I can already look forward and see the FAQ question that someone will ask. Do both of these have to each be wholly within, or in totality be wholly within, right? And obviously they mean one is wholly within 13 of the hero and another one is also within 13 of the hero from each of their perspectives, right? It doesn't all have to be in a 13 circle, but just due to the way it's written, I'm sure someone's going to ask that. Because you might as well. There are only 6 war scrolls this ability does not work on, you believe. Okay, good comment. What are the ones that this is purposefully excluding? How come? Now it's called Gathering of the Clans, so fair enough. You want to keep it in the clan. Some kind of generic. What's the generic stuff that might not have a clan keyword? No master clan. That's it. Okay. No master clan. Got it. Yeah, that's a good one. Heroic traits. Ruinous Realm Gnawers. Heroes only. Now, is this whole thing... No, you just add it. You just add that. Okay. You can pick a heroic trait from this table instead of from other heroic trait tables available to this faction. Cool, okay. Devious Underling. Friendly Skaven hero that with a health characteristic that equals or exceeds this unit's health characteristic to be the target. The rest of the battle. Well, the target has not been slain, and that would be the unit, not the hero. Friendly Skaven infantry units have ward 6 up while they are wholly within 13. Once the target has been slain, add 2 to charge rolls. Oh, that's funny. They get mad afterwards. You get something if it happens. Cool. Notice how you don't have to roll for this thing. It's just like pick this, then this. And if it's alive, this happens. If it's dead, this happens. Wonderful. I'm not saying the effect is great. I'm just saying the philosophy of the rules writing is greatly improved here. Would you trust a rat? No, I would not. I would trust a rat to die. Well, the target has not been slain. Friendly Skaven infantry. Well, there are 13 of this unit. Okay, pick a friendly Skaven hero. Health characteristic equals or exceeds this unit's health characteristic to be the target. So it would be, you choose whatever, clan rats. Clan rats are the target. So friendly infantry within 13 of the target, which is the clan rats, have a ward 6 up. The hero isn't the target. The hero is the thing you pick. And so while the clan rats are alive, you got a 6-up ward on themselves, because they're wholly within themselves, and anybody else around, including, but not limited to, the hero. And then once the clan rats are slain, you add 2 to charge rolls for friendly Skaven infantry while they're wholly within 13 of this unit. Oh no, it's saying this unit. Yeah, it doesn't say target. So this one says target and slain, but this unit means, so this unit means the hero. And target means target. Got it. All right, we're switching it up. I don't know why that was confusing for me. Yeah. Target is clan rats, and this unit is hero. So hey, all right. Because otherwise this paragraph wouldn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be clan rats. It could be anything, right? As long as the health characteristic doesn't exceed or... or the opposite of that, yeah. You believe you pick a bigger hero? Yeah, you pick a big buddy. And then you're tag teaming. And then if his rival hero is alive, he gets to shield himself and the hero. And then once he gets the hero killed, editorial me, he gets a bonus charge roll as he profits off of his death. Devious Underling, what a fun rule. Good work. Flesh Meddler. The Meddlor. Pick a friendly Molder unit wholly within 13 of this unit to be the target. Pick one of the target's melee weapons, add 1 to rend. Okay. You need something just funny for Timmy to choose. But, dude, adding 1 rend to a bunch of rat ogres is actually kind of sick. Rat ogres, despite their price, kind of slap. They're literally gluttons. Just a bunch of gluttons. That are slightly more expensive than gluttons, but have more special rules. And now you just give them another run. Like, that's actually kind of nice. Once again, simply fucking works. Because it should work. Or a 6-up ward is very nice on clan rats and rat ogres. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. Brood Terra as well. I don't know what's companion within Molder. I imagine a lot, sadly, because the companion rule is not fun. But I'm pretty sure I'm positive the rat ogres' main weapons are fine. It's possible their guns are companion now that I think about it, but those things are sort of every once in a while anyhow. Just the HIPAA, okay. Pia Tinka. You can re-roll the random characteristic rolls for the move characteristic. A friendly Scryer War Machines will they're wholly within 13 of this unit. In addition, each time a friendly Scryer War Machine wholly within 18, so we're going wholly within 13 and now wholly within 18, I think you just kind of make the number the same for ease of play. Like whichever way you want to go with it, I think if you're measuring twice for something, it should be the same number, just generally for smooth gameplay sake, but whatever. Uses the Rolling Doom or Whirling Doom ability. Add 1 to the amount of mortal damage inflicted, if any. Okay, I assume that's the impact hits from them. So they got the Beast Claws, they got old, well not old, they got old 4th edition Beast Claws disappointing rule before they souped it up into a good rule. And correct me if I'm wrong, all this shit sucks. Like, Squire War Machines that have random move characteristics and are trying to melee, like those things suck. I recall them sucking this edition, but my data might be wrong. Flesh Meddler is very interesting. Rat Ogres, depending on how you roll on that table, might even be able to get, what, Rend 3 or something? I know they have some random table that can sometimes give them Rend, possibly. Rat Ogre is kind of exciting with the Flesh Meddler. Devious Underling is a funny rule. 2 different ways to get +1 ward, essentially. And Backstabbing Allies is strong as well. Out of turn movement on 3 units every single turn. Yours and the opponent's the whole game. Just inching your way towards something or away from something. Super nice. Doom Flares are good, wheels are bad. Alright, gotcha. Well, geez. Good. I'm happy at least flares are kind of nice. Listen, there isn't a hero on wheels. Well, I mean, there is, but not the type of wheels that we're talking about. Need the extra distance for the second ability. Oh, true, yeah. I was just going to say make them both 18, but fair enough. You've convinced me. Scourge of Ghyran. Flair's got a new model. Got to move that plastic. No. No. When they come out with new, beautiful, awesome sculpts and plastics, we are batting under 500 on those things. Also have good rules to try to sell it. That's not the type of game we are. Sometimes I almost wish we were, but we're not. Whoa, what an awesome centerpiece. Oh, oh no. Scourge of Ghyran, Grey Seer on Screaming Bell. 15-4, 6-inch move. Oh, look, they did the thing I told them to do. I wrote a letter. I wrote them a letter. It's got those circular coffee stains on it and everything. I said, put the ward right next to the armor save, because that's where you're looking and that's where the whole wheel is for. I told them to do that in physical ink, and they fucking did it. Anyway, control 5. Warpstone Staff, 3 attacks, 4-4-1d3, 5 attacks, 4s and 3s, 1-2, 6 attacks, 4s and 2s, 1-2, Crushing Bulk, Charge +1 damage companion. Yo, this isn't quite a Stonehorn or anything, but that's a decent chunk of attacks, man. 14 attacks on Rend 1 multi-damage. That's something. Like, you enter melee combat with this thing, it might actually do a damage or 2 to you. The bell tolls. If the current battle round... let's... hold up. Before that, what are the keywords? War Machine, Wizard 2... 5 on board, Chaos Skaven Master Clan. Okay, so we... Speaking of people who are not invited to the gathering of the clans party. Master Clan not invited. Which is really too bad. I was already thinking about double redeploying this 6-inch move War Machine. But I guess that's off the table. What updates is all this about? Skaven or the GHB? It is both. It is literally both. This General's Handbook, they decided to put stuff in it. And so every army gets a whole bunch of shit. New war scrolls, new traits and or artifacts or whatever options. 2 new sub-factions. They're just putting it all in the GHB like the old days. So I'm here for it. If the current battle round number is odd, add 2 to the move characteristic friendly Skaven units while they're wholly within 13. Huge. So 8 on you and 8 on Clanrats that surround it or whatever. Is this thing technically a hero? It is. So turn 1 plus 2 move. Massive. Cool. If the current battle round number is even, subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made by enemy units that target a friendly Skaven while they're wholly within. Great. What a great rule. If it's this, do this, and that thing's good, and it starts with the good one where because turn 1 is the turn that you want the move character. Is actually turn 2 you want it a lot too, let's be honest, but whatever. Anyway, both of these things are good. You're not fucking rolling for them. It just works. It allows the player to plan. It gives the player the opportunity to plan. Okay, so turn 1, it's going to be this, so I can do this. And turn 2, it's going to be that, so I can do that. Give them an opportunity. I love it. And then once per turn army, end of any turn. Echoes of the Vermin Doom. Pick each friendly Skaven unit wholly within 13 to be the targets. And just heal D3, yeah, great. Not 2 up shit D3. If it's a 2 or up heal, and just heal. And it's every Skaven wholly within 13, end of any turn, not just yours. End of every turn. Great. It's a double wizzy. It can cast 2 spells. Gnar through reality casts on a 6. Till the start of your next turn, this unit counts as a friendly gnawhole for the purposes of gnawhole ambush. Wait, fun? Wait, fun detected? Oh, because they already have your gnawholes, so they might as well reference them, give them a callback here and there. Dude, the Gracier on the Screaming Bell, like, this thing's fun. They chose fun in all of this stuff. And it fights a little harder. It got a movement speed increase. You have decisions to make during the game and plans to make. You're not pointlessly rolling just to roll ever. You're not keyword bingo. They could have keyword bingoed this rule and made it annoying. But instead they're like, anyone can use this if you want, and it's up to you to figure out how to and to what. A fun little buff wagon centerpiece thing. And since this is a gnawhole, it can teleport itself, I guess, right? It folds itself into nothingness, you know? That's kind of cool. I assume that's how that works. We'll have to look that one up and find the terminology, but still, great. Man, I sound so surprised, and I gotta tell you, I was trying not to pre-disappoint myself. But it's so nice to be pleasantly surprised. Isn't it? Alright, Brood Terra. 6 move, 12 health, 5 up save, but a 5 up ward. Warp Flame Scourge, 15, 2d6 attacks, 4s and 2s, 1d3, anti-infantry, Ren 2, and crits auto wound. Yo, kind of nice. 15 is okay, you know, it's not bad. Could have been 12, that's worse. Linda Clar. Pick up the 4 other friendly non-scryer molder units. That must mean molder units that are not scryer. Wholly within 12. Up to 4. That's a lot of units. Oh, I should look at its melee attacks. Ren 2 damage 3, kind of nice. 10 total. Sort of slapping a little bit. Subtract 1 from the attacks characteristic of this unit's loosely attached bladed limbs. For the rest of the phase, for each target picked. Oh, So it pulls off its arms and gives its arms to its buddies. We're getting the flavors coming back. Can you feel it? The flavor is returning to the game. Add 1 hit rolls for the target's attacks for the rest of the phase. Funny. And it's got 5 of them, so it always at least gets 1 attack. Hey, lend a Clar. And then it regenerates D6, because it's the Brood Terror. Chaos, Skaven, Mulder. Okay, so this is one that can be part of that thing. So I hear you'll go all in on Rat Ogres. Am I reading that right? I mean, Flesh Meddler looks good. Giving them an extra 2 move. Or giving you either redeploy them or just choose the Molder one that's already in there. Flesh Meddler plus Brood Terror. Yeah, Rat Ogre's looking kind of nice. Updates feel great, like getting a nice orc massage. One of the 44 players. One of the 44 live players of that game. Okay, well, like I said before, the first update is going to paint a picture for what we can expect. And maybe it's not fair to say it that way, but it's true, and it's how we'll feel. And I can't wait for the rest of them. This is great. You know, my quibbles are things like they should print this on the warscroll instead of here, but it's not the convention they're trying to do, you know. That's a much better complaint to have than this shit sucks. Who would ever do this? They don't play the game, blah, 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 right? Anyway. Vermin Lords are going to have to be improved if you want to build around protecting them, I think. But backstabbing allies looks super good. Flesh Meddler looks good with Rat Ogres. Devious Underling is funny. And Gracier on Screaming Bell looks great. Brood Terror is funny looking. Silly guy. What were the points on these? I believe they pointed them, right? 310 for the Gracier on Screaming Bell and 240 for the Brood Terror. That doesn't seem crazy overcosted or anything either. Yeah, I normally don't care too much about the cost of something. The players who are playing the army really do care about the cost of something, right? And they should. But for me, what I look at is the war scroll itself good? Because if the war scroll itself is good and or has a job that it can do or that's important or whatever, then the points will fall in line eventually, because that's one of the things that the Matt Rose team actually does do very well, is constantly fuck with the points until things are right. But if the war scroll's bad, then it doesn't matter where the points are and the thing will always be useless. So right now I'm looking at the Screaming Bell and I'm like, war scroll's kind of good. You know, 310, who knows if 310 is way too much or too few. It seems all right on paper, but I don't know how it connects with everything else, you know. Seems fine. But yeah, I'm liking the words that I'm reading. This is great. Damn, what are they gonna do for ogres? That's decently cheaper than the current point values. Yeah, well, the problem with the current ones is that they were not good enough and too expensive, so they seem to be targeting both of the problems. They're writing these war scrolls manually. Pleasantly surprised. I give it a 5 out of 7. If I grade it after accepting the system that they're using, the structure of it, instead of critiquing the structure itself, which is pointless, I give this I give these a solid B. And if we're grading on a curve, I give them an A+. Wonderful. Can't wait for tomorrow's. What's tomorrow's? Stormcast, somebody said, right? Current Bell that was way worse cost 40 more than this. Seems like they're lowering army costs across the board. I don't know if they're lowering army costs. They might just be fixing problems. That was a problem, and maybe they're fixing it. Quite pleasantly surprised. Some stinkers with no artifacts, but overall, B+, you think. Okay. We got big rule buffs and went down in points while unlocking new Castoli strats. Yeah, feels good, man. Who makes a rating system out of 7? It's an old meme, sir, but it will serve here. Damn, I'm so pleased to say that that was very nice. Now, at the risk of sounding too positive, I would like this kind of work here, right? Oh, yeah. This kind of work here next time on every single page of the entire battle tome for every single army in the game. But this here, what you did is great. Love to see it. Can't wait for the next ones. But after tariffs, if I'm going to pay $300 for a physical battle tome or whatever, I expect this kind of effort on every single goddamn page. But great work anyway. We got to balance the universe, you know? Anyway, I'm dipping in and I'm dipping out. Some of these days will be real streams. Maybe I'll play the new Doom when it comes out. And we'll have a good old Thursday or Tuesday, or it is Wednesday. Oh yeah, it is Wednesday, my dudes. Tomorrow might be an actual stream. Might be streaming for the full 4. A return of It Is Wednesday, my dudes. Can you believe it? But Tuesday, I'm dipping in and I'm dipping out. I'm punching the card and I'm fucking out of here. Thanks for being here, even though it was a very short stream. We're doing 30 of them. And damn, these are actually going to be kind of nice. You know, if the first one of these was shit, I don't know how many people would be tuning in 3 Tuesdays from now for another HeyWoah reads some disappointing slop again, you know? They really threw me a bone making these things good, right? Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you for It Is Wednesday, my dudes. Maybe a full-ass stream. And, we're back. Dude, imagine they're doing this in the background. They're working on the battle tomes for 4th edition. 5th edition. 5th edition comes back. The flavor is added back in. The game becomes more popular than 40K and Magic the Gathering at the same time. I get 1 million subscribers. The allegations start coming out, but they're wrong because I never leave the house. I buy a helicopter and accidentally crash into a mountain. Shit's going to be cash. Hey, what'd you miss? Good meme. An old, you know, we got the old memes coming back. Someone in the office, hey guys, what if we make this stuff fun? And it's not the comic where the guy's thrown out the window. Yeah. Hey, all right. Thanks for the subs at the beginning. Thanks for showing up. And it looks like we got a fairly uplifting 30 days ahead of us. See you tomorrow for an entire ass stream.